Everyone thinks fitness is just about looking good, getting the abs on show, growing the arms, growing the chest. While yes, this stuff is nice, this is not what actually keeps you consistent. And this is not actually what will change your life. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what it is, what changes your life. And it's not just looking good. Yes, looking good is nice, but it's not the be all or end all. All this other stuff which you actually build in the process is probably more important than actually looking good. All this stuff that you actually build in the process has a knock-on effect on your life. It links in with your job, your career, it links in with your relationships. All this stuff links together. And all this stuff is probably stuff that you never even think of. You just thinking of, right, I'm chasing this goal. I know where I want to be. This is my end goal. And most of the time, it's always to do with looks. I want to look this certain way. I want to grow muscle. I want to look better. I want to get leaner. This is always the goal. There's never kind of, I want to feel better. I want to be more confident. I want to educate myself. This is never the goal. It's always to do with looks. But looks is not what actually changes your life. Yes, if you probably go from 100 odd kilo, 30% body fat down to 12% body fat, then yes, it probably will change your life. But as well, it's not just how you look, it's all these other things that you're actually building in the process. Imagine if you were that guy, saying that, one of my guys at the minute, 30 kilo down. He's been with us for around 6 months. He is now 30 odd kilo down, which is impressive. That is a life-changing result. He's went from 110 kilo and he's like around about 70 odd now. We are pushing to get to 12% body fat, and he is around, I would say, 16, 17, 18% at the minute, which just shows, yes, that transformation is absolutely huge, and yes, that has obviously had a massive effect on how he looks. But just think of all these other things which he's built in that process, all these skills. If he's been at this for kind of 6 months plus, 7 months, all the skills he's built in that process, the discipline, the hard work, all this other stuff, consistency, he's built all this stuff in that process, from going from 110 kilo to now 70 odd. All these skills he's built are going to have an effect on his life, whether that's in his relationships, in his job, maybe even starting a business. All this stuff, he's built all these skills from doing that fitness journey. If I look through his cardio list, there is literally around 100 plus cardio sessions, which is absolutely crazy. That takes some hard work. That takes some consistency. That takes some discipline to do all them cardio sessions for a long period of time. Imagine kind of all these skills that he's built. He's now built them for life. They're not going to disappear. He's built them. And they're only going to get better and better and better the more he works on himself, the more he stacks these wins, these habits, all these other things. This is going to keep adding up and adding up and adding up. And this is the real stuff that changes your life. These life skills that he's built in his fitness journey. These are the things that actually change your life. And as well, feeling good. Feeling good is something which most people really don't think about, because they don't realise how bad they're feeling before when they were doing the old habits to now on the new shit, looking a lot better, all round better person, feeling on top of the world. But most of the time that is never really a goal for someone. Most of the time it's just, I want to look better, I want to get my abs on show, I want to grow some muscle. It's never, I want to feel good, I want my health to improve. Going back to that guy that I've just spoken about, going from 110 kilo, maybe 30% plus body fat, to now 70 odd kilo, 15% body fat. Imagine the health benefits that that's had on his life. Imagine potentially further down the line, this guy's quite young. all these negative effects that could have potentially had on his health, potentially would have even shortened his life. But now he's brought himself backwards, sorted himself out. He's literally made his lifespan longer. That's another massive life-changing thing which you get out of this process. The health benefits, feeling good, confidence as well is an absolutely huge one, which isn't really something that people ever think about either. If you come from this guy who's out of shape, 30% body fat, you haven't really been in the gym much, you don't really know what you're talking about, you get yourself a coach, you learn all this stuff, you educate yourself, you'll start from this guy that has no confidence, that goes in the gym, gradually builds his way up, maybe starts on the cardio equipment, and then gets himself in the weight section, starts building his way up. Once that confidence is right up, he's went from this guy that's out of shape, 30% body fat, to now this guy who's in shape, looking absolutely like a G. Confidence absolutely flying. This confidence as well is going to have a knock-on effect on other things. Maybe relationships, speaking to girls. It's going to maybe give you the confidence because you know you look like an absolute G to go over to a girl, start speaking to her. Someone you maybe wanted to speak to in the past. All this stuff is going to have an effect on it. Confidence in your job, maybe you want a pay rise. If you're that guy that walks around the gym with aura, high frequency, in shape, looks absolutely sick, why would you even back down from going to ask your boss for a pay rise? You probably wouldn't, because you've become that guy. See this guy I've been talking about who's been with me for 7-8 months now. He's built all these skills now. He's become the guy. He's been at it for 7 months. These habits, the daily process, will be pretty much ingrained in him now. He's become the guy in the process. Most people are looking for a quick fix. They want 4 weeks, 6, 7, 8 weeks to get in shape for the whole day. They'll come to me and say, right, my whole day is 7, 8 weeks away. I want to get shredded. But they're 20% plus body fat. They haven't left themselves enough time. And as well, they're literally going to get, even if they do make good progress in that 7 to 8 week period, they're just going to go backwards on themselves because they're not really going to be becoming the guy. They're going to be looking for this quick fix. It's going to be a quick process. They haven't really learned the habits. They haven't been doing the process for long enough. So as soon as they get to the end of that 8 week period, they're going to have absolutely killed themselves, losing a nice little bit of body fat. And then as well, they haven't become the guy because they haven't been at it for long enough. They haven't built all these skills, which I said. All they're going to do is just go backwards. They're going to go back to how they were, if not worse than what they were, because they're going to have had kind of an aggressive phase where in this aggressive phase to lose fat, they're going to basically be thinking, right, I've really restricted myself now there, so you'll end up in a cycle because they don't give themselves enough time. They're looking for a quick fix. They want to kind of get in shape quick, but they don't think about becoming the guy. They don't think about all the other benefits of getting in shape. They don't think about kind of all the other stuff which changes your life. The confidence, the skills, discipline, consistency, and as well, another huge one, better mental health. If you have better mental health, you get yourself in the gym. Before, you were eating probably loads of shit, you were going out drinking, maybe doing all these vices, all these other things. Your mental health probably isn't in the best position. And if you say your mental health is in a good position and you're doing all these things, you're going out drinking, you're taking drugs, you're partying, you have all these vices, you're chasing girls, and you tell me your mental health is actually in a good position, you are lying. And there's no doubt about it. Just remember, getting in shape, working on yourself, all these processes is going to improve your mental health. You get rid of the vices, you get rid of all the things which you don't need in your life. Your mental health is going to be absolutely flying. You're going to have more clarity. You're probably going to be a better person to be around. You're going to kind of think clearer. You're going to have less anxiety. You're going to sleep better as well. Sleep is an absolutely huge one, which I haven't discussed yet. If you're going to the gym, improving yourself, building all these skills, your sleep's going to be better. If your sleep's better, honestly, it has a positive effect on everything all around. Recovery, how you are in general, how you feel. You're going to feel better. You're going to be full of energy. You're going to be kind of more switched on cognitively as well. All this stuff. Just due to starting your fitness journey and actually getting in shape and changing your life, all this stuff is going to have a positive effect on you. And that's exactly what you want. Just remember what I said at the start. It's not just about looking good. While yes, getting in shape, going through the phases is good. Everyone wants to improve the physique. They want to build muscle. They want to look better. But just remember, it's not the be all or end all. All these other things which we have discussed are probably more important than just kind of looking good. Yes, everyone wants to look good. They want to kind of go on holiday, get ripped, get shredded, show it off when you're in the beach clubs, show it off for the girls. Yes, it's absolutely amazing. But just remember, all these other things which we have discussed will honestly be so much more important. And it's literally going to have, like I say, an effect on everything in your life, relationships, work, career, all these other things. This is going to have a positive effect on them. And just remember, you are trying to build a better man. You're not trying to build a better physique. You're trying to become the man. If you become the man, you won't even need to build a physique. Because if you become the man, you're already doing all this stuff automatically. It's already in your daily process. You're getting up early. You're doing all your habits. You're doing the process daily. So you're already in shape. You don't need to get in shape. You already are the guy who's in shape. He's walking around in shape 24/7. Hitting his macros daily is a non-negotiable. Doing his steps daily is a non-negotiable. Hitting all his training sessions all week is a non-negotiable. All this stuff, if you become the guy, he's already doing this stuff. And that's exactly what we want. Remember, going back to what I said, yes, becoming the guy might take a while, but once you've become the guy, you are the guy. You've become the guy. You don't really need to kind of keep chasing all these quick fixes, all these fad diets, kind of 1 minute you're on low fat diet, low carb diet, all these other stuff. You realise it's not working, so you skip between the other ones, then the other ones, then the other ones, but you never get anywhere. If you become the guy, you find your own ways, you find your own kind of path, and you just keep doing it daily, you will honestly change your life by an absolutely huge amount.